Alrighty, so this is the Insane Pyro's broken ass Bronco official video. I've finally gotten sick of making 1,000 different threads about how this thing decides to break on me on a regular basis. So I'm going to show you guys some of the shit that everyone always asks me about. Start it up, watch it die, and that's kind of what I've been dealing with. One of the big things is everyone always asks me how I did the vacuum line since I did the emissions delete. Like I said, pretty much everything goes right where it needs to go. You got the map sensor goes straight to the tree. Cruise control goes straight to the tree. Brake booster goes to the back of the intake because I did the PCV thing, where now the PCV valve goes to the tree instead of the back, so it doesn't dump on the 8th cylinder and all that cool shit. So pretty much everything goes right where it needs to go. I got the fuel pressure regulator. Everything goes right to everything. There's no, there's the tabs all completely gone, all that shit. The only thing I didn't do, because I'm still working on where I want to go with it, is the other side of the PCV doesn't go anywhere, but I don't see how that would affect anything. It just kind of is sitting there. Alright, don't focus, you piece of shit. Anyways, and then the other one everyone always asks me about is what did I do with the grounds. There's 2 coming off the negative side. Yeah, actually I have the Suburban's battery in here right now because the Bronco's battery's in the boat. Anyways, the one goes right down to the frame down there. You can just see the bolt. And then the other one goes to the side of the engine like normal. And those are the 2 big ones. I have one that goes up from over there to the firewall and some other shit, and those are the main ones that I know of. Trying to think what else anyone's ever asked me about. And that's about it. Timing's on. I've checked it repeatedly millions of times. And pretty much the general issue with it is it will randomly fry the good old ignition module, the coil, and sometimes the IAC, and then it'll just completely fry them while I'm driving. Usually under acceleration, the engine will just cut out and it'll be dead. As soon as I replace them again, it's good to go and I can drive it again for like another couple of weeks, and then it'll do it again for no particular reason. So right now everything's hooked up. Usually actually what I've been doing to get it to be able to drive it, because I do have to drive it to work and shit, is I usually create a vacuum leak by undoing the PCV valve, and that'll get it to actually idle right where it should at about 700 RPMs. And as soon as I plug that back in, it'll stall out. So start it up and watch it die. Or it's going to keep running because I finally decided to show you guys what it's doing. Who knows? Oh no, there it goes. And there you go. And now I can go right back over to the my homebrew ignition system. Crank it and it fires right back up. I can keep driving it like this if I really want to. It's just at intersections it can become rather problematic. And it'll sit here fine, doesn't burn anything. Oil pressure is fine. And just after idling for like 45 seconds, it'll start to slow down. It'll get choppy. And eventually it'll die. And I can even save it. I can save it by revving it up, but eventually it'll start to idle and just kind of, do that. you go. That's pretty much what it does, unless I create a vacuum leak. And occasionally what has happened sometimes is actually I'll just force it to run for like a week or two like this, keeping it alive at intersections and shit. And eventually it'll just, out of nowhere, it'll fix itself. I literally have no clue what it does, but just suddenly one day it'll just run great. And then it'll fry something, and that'll be the end of it running great. So, I don't know what the hell the deal is. Maybe you guys can help me out, because, even though it's rusty and shit, it's got a brand new engine in it, and I've always liked these trucks, so I really don't want to have to sell it for, dirt cheap and try and buy something else. So, yeah, let's hear it, guys. Thanks.